Bahrain is made up of one main island and 30 small surrounding ones. It is one of the smallest countries in the Middle East with an area of 295.5 square miles, a little smaller than New York City. It is located in the Persian Gulf, close to the Arabian Peninsula. Bahrain's capital city is Manama. Since Bahrain is located in the Persian Gulf, many assume that they have an abundant supply of oil and natural resources. This is very true. They have an abundant supply of petroleum. The Bahrain Petroleum Company, BAPCO, is one of the main oil companies in Bahrain. It mainly exports its products to its surrounding countries. Petroleum drilling accounts for 70% of the government's income.
The cost for a family to live in Bahrain is less expensive than the United States. Although houses cost just as much, utilities cost a quarter of the amount ours do. Their food is also much less expensive. Bahrain is a very safe country. In fact, there is 6 times less terrorism in Bahrain than the US. The climate is very warm and dry, which is not ideal for farming, but they have extensive fishing resources. The population of Bahrain is 1,346,613. Bahrain is about the size of New York City and has about an eighth of the population. The average lifespan of a Bahraini is 78 years. In Bahrain, on an ordinary day, the mother in a family covers herself with a long black cloak that would cover her head. The mother would also wear a veil made of thin black gauze. Women in Bahrain are considered weaker and are considered in need of protection. Even though women are considered weaker, Bahrain is a very progressive country compared to other Arab countries. Very few mothers are employed outside of their house because they are considered weaker and only meant to do the domestic work and care for the children. Women's rights in Bahrain are very good compared to other Middle East countries, but not that great compared to the United States. Women in Bahrain have the right to vote. This is not so in many other Middle Eastern countries. There are many stereotypes about the Middle East and Bahrain. Bahraini women are often stereotyped as passive and not have an opinion. This is not true. In Bahrain, women are as free to express themselves as men.
70% of the Bahraini population are Shia Muslim, 15% are Sunni Muslim, and 15% are Christian or Jewish. Currently, Bahrain's leader, Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, is Sunni Muslim. The Shia Muslim population feels like they are being discriminated against. There have been uprisings and revulsions against Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. In the Muslim or Islamic religion, you must follow something called the 5 pillars to be fully considered as a Muslim. As a mother, father, child, or anyone else, you must follow the 5 pillars. The first of the 5 pillars is called Shahada. This is considered to be a declaration of faith and believing in the faith of Islam. To fully be committed to the Islam religion, you have to write certain words down and say it. This makes it so that you are dedicated to follow the Muslim religion for the rest of your life. The second pillar of the Islam religion is called Salah. This is the daily prayer. This prayer takes a couple of minutes and you must pray facing Mecca. People pray from 1 to 5 times a day. If the daily prayer is called, you must stop whatever you are doing and kneel down and pray. This means that if you're a child and you are in school, you would have to stop working and pray. If you are a father, you would have to stop working and pray. If you are a mother or anyone else, you have to stop whatever you are doing and pray. The third pillar of Islam is called Psalm. Psalm is when Islamic people fast for Ramadan. Ramadan is the Islamic version of Christmas that takes place in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Fasting means you don't eat or drink for a certain amount of time. Islamic people fast during the day of Ramadan. But after a day of fasting, there is a big celebration where everyone gathers together and eats lots of food. The fourth pillar of Islam is called Zakah. This pillar is all about giving to charity. It requires you to set aside a percentage of your wealth to give to charities. If you were a child and earned a weekly allowance, you might put that towards this. The fifth pillar of the Islam religion is Hajj. This is when everyone journeys to Mecca. When people do this, they wear simple clothes so as to have no class distinctions. For this holiday, Muslims from across the world gather on the 12th month. This is what different parts of your life would be like if you lived in Bahrain.